Oh, hi there. Today I wanted to talk about an alternate jersey for the Florida Panthers. Eventually, all NHL teams will have alternate jerseys. There are some already in the woodwork. There are some already that are to be played and used, and there's some where they're still undecided. And I would like to make a push for the Florida Panthers to pick a more assertive looking jersey. I liked their alternate, which was blue. That was a not bad jersey. I don't actually have one of those because I just don't have one. My sources they only have women's Florida Panthers jersey that was the alternate of that kind right now. So it's kind of hard for me to get a hold of one, but that's okay. I'll work on it later. But anyway, as their alternate going into the 2019 season, 2019-2020, I think they need a more assertive Florida Panthers jersey. And what I mean by that is I would also like to see the Panther, as he's leaping out, as in these jerseys, except with the broken stick. I don't think that one was used often enough, most certainly in recent years. And it was a decent looking logo. As far as the color scheme goes, I'm not exactly sure what direction they want to go with that, but something like, there's the traditional one, the one they had back in the 90s, of which I plan on putting Pavel Bure on the back. It's a fine jersey. And then you also got the darker one. Color scheme's a bit better on that one, as well as this one. It really all depends though. And I think, as a heterosexual Starscream, which is a metaphor, I'll explain later, people don't understand it. Essentially somebody who can speak and his voice gets amplified over the internet and people can hear him. And a heterosexual Starscream at this time in history is unheard of. Well, I'm the first. Who's that at my window? Oh, that's my little cat. Tony. Tony, do you still want outside? Alright, you can go outside, Tony. Oh, here comes George. Right, where were we? Okay, let's get this back set up. The lighting isn't the best because I don't know how to manage that. That's not my specialty. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying about a heterosexual Starscream. Unheard of. And also one that isn't a whiny crybaby too. Also unheard of at this time in history. However, I am the exception. Anyway, strange times sometimes create strange bedfellows. No pun intended. You don't have to take it literally, of course. Anyway, I did notice that there was former pop stars that, enjoyed hockey jerseys. And that was the band Aqua, which was big, probably the late 90s, I would say. I mean, I was not very old at the time. I was like 14 probably, during their peak. I listened to a little bit of their music, and I mean, the female vocalist, Lene Nystrom, that's right, I'm so bad with names. She was able to do her part, and in a difficult scene like the pop star scene, I think she did actually quite a good job, even though some people found her voice to be a little bit too much to handle. However, the man, the other vocalist, Rene Diff, that doesn't sound fake at all, He's the man who wore several different jerseys throughout his, when he was on tour or they were doing a concert or whatever. I saw him wearing the Anaheim Ducks and not Mighty Ham, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, Mighty Am. What was the other one? Chicago Blackhawks, Toronto Maple Leafs. Those seem to be his three biggest teams. In reviewing the video footage I have on YouTube anyway, maybe he wore other ones. Maybe they were his favorite teams and those are the ones he picked. But as a jersey collector, I think he may be on the level of, maybe doing some of the talking as far as getting the Florida Panthers to select the correct design for their third jersey. So I would ask that if the band Aqua watches this video that they consider that option. Because, I don't know, I think if there are more, like decent looking jerseys in the NHL, then more people will buy jerseys. And I mean, a lot of people want to see logo, like, what you call them, like advertisements on them, like all the football jerseys in Europe and a lot of the hockey jerseys in Europe and Russia. And it's like, no, we don't want that coming here. We don't want jerseys with bumper stickers on them. I mean, there are patches out there that are desirable, but we do not want Mitsubishi logos. We don't want ones like the Whitecaps jersey. It's like, the Whitecaps jersey is not so bad, but there are plenty of football teams that have absolutely atrocious looking jerseys because they're sponsored by these things, and it's like they're not even that team anymore. They're whatever they're wearing. Like I like football jerseys in Europe. I don't even like pay any stock to them because they're so terrible looking. So anyway, I think this guy would be on board for that type of idea, and Aqua, I can't see them particularly making a lot of money right now. And I don't mean that as an insult or anything. I'm simply stating that they're not in the spotlight anymore, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Rene did a job, back before 2000 that would be very, very difficult for a male to do in today's pop star scene, which is he sang in a heterosexual voice. And he doesn't strike me as a homosexual either. I'm not going to comment any further on that because I don't know him that well. However, the issue at hand is making sure that each NHL team gets the best alternate jersey that they possibly can. We cannot have any dozy third jerseys running around. And that would affect sales of jerseys, which of course would not make me happy. I don't know, I think a little hobgoblin magic, and I can't see why this why this can't work. It's one of those things where it's not a particular interest for some people when they think of the National Hockey League. They want to talk about statistics, this, that, and the other. And it's like, there's more to hockey than just that sort of stuff. And I mean, right now I'm focusing on the jersey aspect mostly and controversy as well. However, I am cognizant of the fact that there's more to hockey than that. And, I would rather the perpetuation of ignorance, be managed better. Because, ignorance is a good thing sometimes, but a lot of the times it's, not a good thing. Just simply because. Yeah, so that was the main point that I wanted to convey. And, yeah. If anyone has any questions, they're free to ask. And I suppose I will talk to you people later. Have a good one.